Opponents of a penny sales tax measure for schools filed a legal challenge today at the Oklahoma Supreme Court intended to keep it off the November ballot. This particular ballot measure would increase the sales tax, the state sales tax, in order to fund teacher raises and also bring more money to bear on higher education and career tech and various categories of public education in the state. The challenge to it is based on the ballot title that will appear before voters and also an explanatory statement that appeared on petitions signed by voters to get it on the ballot. And the claim in this legal filing is that the measure was not adequately explained and that the ballot title also doesn't provide voters with enough information about what this is really all about.
This proposition would dramatically change appropriations in Oklahoma. The Board of Equalization, under this proposition, would have the power to take over the appropriations process from the legislature if they believe education is not funded properly. It'd be a very significant change to our Constitution. The gist and the ballot title don't say anything about that. It's really significant. The analogy is, if you think of the Education Lottery Trust Fund that happened, whatever it was, 15 years ago, it's got the same kind of mechanism. The ballot title there spelled out for the voters. The Board of Equalization is going to have this power over the legislature. Well, the ballot title here, if it gets that far, should also explain that to the voters. It's a significant change for our Constitution.
The proposal itself that was filed by supporters of Initiative Petition 403 back in September refers to this as a 1% new sales tax, which is what it is, on top of the existing nearly 8.8% currently between state, county, and municipal sales taxes across Oklahoma. The ballot title refers to it as a 1-cent tax. That's why it's often called the penny tax for education. But let's be clear, this is a lot more than a penny that you find in your couch cushions or under the floor mats in your car. This is a full 1% tax increase on most purchases that most Oklahomans will make throughout the calendar year, every year, from now until the end of time. This is not a temporary tax along the lines of what the MAPS program is in Oklahoma City. This is a permanent tax increase that will put a large number of municipalities over the 10% threshold for total sales taxes charged in those municipalities at a time when tens of thousands of Oklahoma families have lost work due to the ripple effects of falling oil prices. That's real economic dynamics that our state and our citizens are going through right now, and to raise taxes in this environment when it's not necessary is something that we can't sit back and just let happen. Again, that's why we were the only organization pushing during the legislative session the entire time to do a $5,000 teacher pay raise, any kind of teacher pay raise, without a tax increase. Nobody else was pushing that during session. We're serious about that happening. We will continue to be serious about that happening until it does.